Hi, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We are about to do through two more cards from the Create with Kelly collection of cards from Stamp a Stack that we are going to be doing tomorrow and then later on in the month or next month. I think it's going to be next month that we'll finish up the last 10. But today we're going to try to do all the videos for the first 10 cards of this series. And it's all featuring the Wildflower Birthday Suite, which is awesome. It's beautiful, beautiful paper. It has Pool Party and Old Olive and Soft Sea Foam and Pretty in Pink and Blueberry Bushel. It's just a lot of fun. So thank you for tuning in. I'm Kelly Pitts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Lubbock, Texas, and would love to know who you are and where you're from. Lisa, thanks for joining me. I'm glad you're back again for another card. This is just a rough. It's just kind of laid out here. We'll figure out how we're going to fix that up. And thanks again for Jan for helping assist me today and keeping me on track getting these done. It's helping a ton. All right, we're going to get started on this card. This one is, I'll switch over the camera so y'all can, whoops, ran off my, I'm going to switch that camera like I said and didn't do. Now we're full screen and I forgot we've got this right here. It should be up. And sorry, I guess it defaulted to some things here. I didn't realize when we switched from that other. I'm going to say not display there. Yeah, I don't want y'all so crowded with a bunch of stuff. Now, okay. Hi again, Lisa. Okay, we're going to go with another in our series. Like I said, this is number 3. If y'all have your Class to Go pack or your PDF, number 3 in the pack. And we've just got an 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4, as almost all of them are, if not all of them. Inside is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we've got a white piece that is, let's see, 4 by 5 1/4. This does not look like 4 by 5 1/4. This is 4 1/4 by 2 5/8. Okay, 2 5/8 by 4 1/4. We've also pulled out the balloon tag from the Wildflower Birthday Suite DSP. And then we've got one of the little gold flag banners that's from that set too. And we've got the whole full pack of paper here this time. This is what I'm talking about when I say the designer series paper pack, the little die cuts. You can see that they're really pretty thin. They're easy. They just come right out of here. And with each pack of paper, you get 2 of each of the sheets that include these right here that you cut apart. And we'll be using those in the cards as well as these die cuts. And then some of the DSP pack. So with the 20 cards that I'm making, we are only using a half pack of this paper. So that's where we are on that. We're going to get going here and get our little scalloped pieces. These have the leafy on the back and the scallops on the front, the gold and Pool Party. And these are, each one is 3/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm just going to line these up on the side. See if I can get this kind of straight for you. And if you have any questions, Lisa, or anybody else tuning in, let me know. I'm happy to answer them. And if y'all need any products, I've got my host code on the screen. And you can, whoops, y'all would pay attention to which way the scallops go. I like them scooping the rounded part down, the scallopy part down. And I'm just putting this all the way over to the edge, 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/2, just to kind of give that a little fun. So no special fold or anything, just using these. And I had decided, I thought that I was going to use Stampin' Seal, but I forgot. We'll try that on the next card. All right, 3/4 by 5 1/2. And we're going to use our little tag here and go ahead and stamp happy birthday. And I would say just drag out, if you're going to do all these cards, just get out all your stamp sets that have a happy birthday on them and mount them up on blocks and have them handy so you can just use them to fit whichever one, because the stamps in the set that come with this suite are pretty large, so they're only going to fit on certain ones. This happy birthday came from a different stamp set that we'll tell you the name of in just a sec. Right now, it came from the translucent florals that carried over from last year's catalog into this year's catalog. So, oh, Lisa was watching me on the scallops, but I got them switched. So that's good. Okay, I'm going to practice with this little happy birthday. Make sure. Yep, I'm going to have to re-ink this blueberry bushel after this video. Get a little more ink on there. All right, I'm not going to worry about it. There's no way to know whether I'm hitting a line or not hitting a line. So we're just going to put happy birthday right under the balloon. Fun. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be exactly on the line. And it's not a photopolymer stamp, so there's no way for you to figure that out. And let's see what else we're going to do. There's several different ways we could do this. One way I thought about was to kind of turn this kind of fun like that with the white. The white really makes this pop off of that background. And we're still featuring the pool party color. And then we've got the repetition of the blueberry bushel on the little string of the balloon. Do we like that? Do we like it straight? Do we just want a plain Jane straight one somehow right in the middle? Popped up with cut the corners. We could wrap a little of our gold mesh thread, the gold mesh big one. If there's one in there that's in the Valentine box that's already open. So we could try that. I think that would be really pretty behind here, maybe with a bow. We'll try that and see what we think. I also thought about putting these little flags either across here somehow, or it could be across the top, you know, right just in this part, say, and put this down. I could not have done without Jan on these cards, I tell you, because this is a lot. 20 is a lot of cards to do. See, we could put the little mesh. It's called Open Weave Trim with the little gold behind it. Woo, that's kind of fun. Or we can tie a bow with that. We can do a big one. Where it shows on the inside of the card too, which is kind of pretty. And we don't have to tie a bow. We could probably just tie a knot and have it flare out kind of like it's a bow, you know, where you have the little wings on the side. But without having the whole big loops. Let's try that first. It's probably too big. Let's see how this would work. Maybe it should be a whole bow. Let's try a whole bow. Use your tag to trim the top corners on the white. Yes, that is one of the options, Lisa, was to trim those tag corners. So let's see what we think. If we're going to have this big old ribbon and possibly a bow, let's just see if this will tie a bow. We don't want a huge one. Whoops. I have to give myself a little more. And you can always move this around, you know that, if you don't tie it too tight. So just give yourself a little room when you're tying your bow. And I just tie this like I tie my shoes. I don't have to do I don't usually do bunny ears or any of those little things. You can use the bow jig if you have one of those, or whatever makes you happy. I think we still need a little bit longer tail, don't we? Let's see what we think of that. Use my little ribbon scissors. And we can put a glue dot underneath that to got hung up on my desk right there. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we'd want that kind of off to the side like that. Or do we just want to do, like Lisa was saying in one of my initial things, just trim that right there, trim that corner, and just have this one. That could be right at the top. It could be over to the side. We could have this over. Like that. And then do this. Or no, we don't want that way because it's scallops. Okay, would we want this at the top? No bow. Jan's voting no bow. Yeah, you're covering up too much of that gold. Yeah. Really. Okay. What we may do, I think it would be pretty to have this show on the inside of the card too. So we're going to, we may just tape that in the middle. See, that'll have some interest on the inside of the card. So let's just tape this and then figure out what we're doing. I think we'll just use, let's see, maybe I've got tear and tape. I'll use this. I don't think we have Scotch tape. It's in the kitchen. And no telling what I just threw on the floor back there, but went behind. We'll just use some tear and tape. The middle drawer, top drawer in the kitchen, Jan. Okay, we'll just use that right now. And then decide if we like this. I like that little bit of gold. I think that's just kind of a nice touch. Yeah, I like that. And we like it better than just straight. There's just not enough to it with it straight, I think. Yeah. And then we could put, like, if we decided we could poke a hole right there and put a little bow on it, wherever our little gold bow is that we tied earlier. It'd be nice if we had that, but I think these should be good. The gold. Yep. We could just put a couple of these. If they're kind of a little bit different gold color, but I think they're going to work. Let's see. Do we want one big one at the top? Let's try it. If not, we want a medium one. I hardly ever like the big ones as much. Like pretend it was a tag. We could do that. Or you could have a hole there and tie a ribbon through it, tie a bow on it. We could just do that and then scatter a couple of other little ones. That could be a bigger one. If we do a little one here and a big one here. What do we think of that? That's cute, simple. Hello from Houston. Hi, Vicki. We're a little ways away here. We've had some crazy weather, haven't we? Y'all certainly have had some down in your area. You've had more snow than we have. I just think with that ribbon, we may not need the flags. I don't see how we're going to use those. We'll just use those on a different card, I think. Okay, if everybody's happy, I'm going with it. Any other suggestions, Jan? Or anybody? Lisa, Vicki? All right. We're just going to pop that up. And yes, I will take the back off in just a sec. I know you're going to try to catch me there, Lisa.
Do any of them have this paper?
Lisa, do you or Vicky or anybody watching have this Wildflower birthday paper or this suite to play with? It sure has been a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. Good. Glad you like this. Vicky, you don't have it. You'll get to see a reason to get it. I tell you, by the time we get through with all 20 of these cards, you're going to say, I must have that suite. So neither one of y'all do. Well, good. I'm glad we're showing you something new. If you have any questions and need to order anything, I'm happy to help you. My website and blog are createwithkelly.com, like's on the screen, and then we've got the host code at the bottom. So there's that. We're just going to stamp an inside really quickly, and we're ready to move to the next card. We decided we're going to put Best Wishes, and this one is from the $1 Million Stamp Set of Julie Davison. It's called With You in Mind. I'll show you that one. With You in Mind. It has some really cute fonts, and I thought this was Jan pointed this out, that this was, with this block lettering, it looks a lot like that block on the front, and then we get the scripty with it. So Best Wishes could be a great choice. And we are just going to do this in the darker color because I really think that shows up the most. So that's what we're doing. Best Wishes. And does that Best Wishes stamp have a little cupcake or a little anything else that we could put? Or is that going to go with our little balloon, do we think? Do we need a separate image for that? What do we think, peeps? Or do we just want to leave it Best Wishes?
What has a cupcake? You want to do a cupcake?
I don't know what color would do it, though. We don't really want a green cupcake and don't want a blue. So I may skip the cupcake and let y'all decide at home what you're going to do.
And do a pink or a peach?
Well, since there's not any other color on the front except the pool party and the blue, I think we'll stick with our color scheme and just do the Best Wishes on the inside. Oh, we have a banner. We have a banner in that stamp set. We have this in a stamp, don't we? In the regular one. We could stamp that in the pool party. It would be really pretty. This one right here. Pool party. Have the pool party. Thank you, ma'am. We could just do this. Get that mounted. This has that cute little flag. Here we go. And I haven't used this yet, so I'll show y'all what I usually recommend is when you get a brand new stamp to squish it around, stamp it with ink, mush it around, and then clean it before you stamp it actually on your paper, because there can be some kind of residue from the factory. You just never know if it's going to stamp smoothly or not. So let's try it here. See, that's a nice faint pool party. Man, I'm going to have to do some re-inking before our class for sure tomorrow. Just going to do a couple of those at the top to tie in. That's kind of a scallopy look. Let's see. I want them at different angles. We don't want it at the bottom. Let's go like that. There we go. Now we have some cute little festive banners. And we'll get those glued in. Move on to the next card. How fun. Don't you like this gold on the inside? I think that's pretty. That gold foil just really dresses up this suite a lot. There we go. Easy peasy. We're ready for our next one. Now we're going to do card number 4 in our series of 20. And it is, thank you, Jan. That's very helpful. She's got it all based on my little rough. She's got it set out here for me. Yay. Okay. This is Pretty in Pink cardstock, as you can see. And it was 5.5 by 8.5. And then I cut it down to 7 1/4. So that leaves that inch right there, or a little over an inch, I guess. And then the white piece, I had a 3.5 by 3.5 square that I cut this circle out of. And this circle is from the Stylish Shapes dies that is used all the time. I mean, all the time. 159183. This is a basic die set. If y'all don't have that, I highly recommend it before they take it away. Hopefully they won't take it away, but I really use it a lot. And then these dies are from that Wildflower paper. So this is, again, like I had on the other videos, that's approximately 13/16 of an inch across. But really, you just line up your paper so that you've got right on either side of the cakes, one row of cakes. And we'll put that on the inside. And then this is the reverse side of one of the floral patterns. It's the pink gingham. Isn't that pretty? Oh my, I think that's gorgeous. Okay, now we're going to have to figure out if we can do a happy up here and a birthday here, or kind of what we're going to do for our greeting. Did you have a thought, Jan, about that? Will the birthday itself fit on the, nope, not covered up by a flower, it won't. So we're going to have to, I like using the pink. We're going to think about that for a sec while we go ahead and glue this on. And you can use liquid glue or seal, whatever makes you happy. And I'm just centering this in that, we've got, let's see, inch, a little over an inch, about an 1.25 inches. There. And we're going to go ahead and do the pink gingham flat. Also, even though we're covering up this gold foil, I know, but we are using this on some other cards. So it makes you feel not quite so bad for covering it up, because we are going to let it shine on some other cards. Get it? Let it shine. The gold is really pretty. Okay, on this one, instead of leaving an even border all the way around on all 4 sides, we're only going to have it on 2 sides. And then the top and the bottom are even with the cardstock. So that piece of DSP is actually, it's hard to read my writing here. We're just going to measure it real quick. 2 3/4 by 5.5. 2 3/4 by 5.5 for the gingham. Okay, what are we suggesting on the sentiments? Did we decide something?
No.
Let's see. We may, because we need
something out of there. Have a blessed day. Or is that congratulations?
I think with these cakes, could be wedding or birthday, but it seems like with multiple ones, maybe it's more of a birthday. Let's see. Oh, Lisa, yeah, those Stylish Shapes dies, we use it all the time. Okay. Let's see. That Celebrate is pretty right there. Let's see what else we could put. Maybe we just put celebrate and have some white space up at the top. Celebrate is pretty. Okay, do we have blue? Yes, we have blue. Okay, we're gonna do blueberry. Oh, I've got blueberry bushel right here. I just need a little block for the celebrate. We'll be good.
How big is it?
Celebrate.
Oh, it's a little guy.
Here, I'll just take. Oh, okay. That'll be great. Thanks. Oops, not quite big enough. I'll do one of these. Oops, let's do that one. Okay. Now we are ready to start our stamping portion of the show. Let's see. I think I'm going to see if I can lift this whole thing up here, kind of put this. Then I'm going to move that down and put celebrate at the end. That's pretty. Isn't that a pretty font? Okay. And of course, y'all can do this any way you want at home. If you wanted, I don't know that we would need a texture on here. I was thinking we might stamp something. We could always decide to stamp something later, but I'm going to put, for now, we're just going to do this celebrate. I think that's pretty. Don't really want to cover up my blue of my stand here, but you don't want this too high. I think this is looking pretty good. We can, I think that'll be fine with a little white space. A little white space is good. Okay, we'll figure this out. With some dimensionals, we're going to do about like that. Make sure you're putting dimensionals only on the portion that is not going to be hanging off. Oops, that can go up just a tad more. And if you're experimenting and auditioning your pieces, you can just barely put the Stampin' Dimensionals on there and not put them all the way, not press down very hard. And that way you can easily move them if you need to. Put one more up there. Okay. Then this is going to pop over that just a tad. Or that could be flat and pop all the flowers up. I think we will do that flat. Okay, we have to remember not to do this edge over here. We'll leave plenty of room there so we can arrange it how we want. Okay. Oops, lost one of my flowers. Okay. Since we have a lot of real estate here, we may want to change up kind of how we were initially thinking. Oops. And we've got all of these colors are repeated over here. Now I'm running out of. Let's see. Let's play a minute. Nope. That one pretty much has to be here. I'm trying to make it go up where it'll take up a little more room here. see what we think. Kind of rearranging things, and that's just what I call auditioning your pieces. Don't really like that there. I like this curve over here. Oops, can you have the leaf either way? I think that looks like it should be here. Take up a little more room. I don't think that's really helping me a whole lot, but I think that's pretty. Do y'all like that? You have any other suggestions before I put these down?
What are you putting on the white circle up above?
I don't have anything to put up there. It may be white space. I'm open to suggestions.
How about those party dots?
Yeah, we can put some dots up here easily. I don't see, let me see how I had those. I don't remember how you handed them to me, Jan. Let's see. Stylish shapes. Oh, we had this down here. Well, that would give us more room up there if we pull that over. That looks kind of awkward to me down there.
Go back.
Okay, we're going back.
Take your screen back.
All right. Swap the middle leaf with the peach flower. Whoops, have I already done that? Lisa, I'm sorry if I... Yeah, we'll put gems right here. Okay. Do we want a leaf down at the bottom? I think we got to have something down here to say this is why we have celebrate over there. Jan, you're welcome to speak up.
I like it.
Lisa? Okay, we're just going to stick this and go with it.
Do you think you might want a gold thread bow up above?
We could very well do a gold. Yeah, you can make me a gold thread bow if you would like. That'd be awesome. Oh, I found one. I have one, yes, okay, that I made in that last little bit. Okay, we're just going to stick this and not stick it down too hard so that we can move it if we need to.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Jan's liking that. That here. One gem.
Okay, good.
I think we'll do this flat. Kind of am liking those flat back there. And I like where it's not really white space showing between those, because a lot of bouquets are like that, or bouquets. Do y'all say bouquet or bouquet? Whoops. That one ran away with me. Let's see. We're going to tuck that under that. There we go. Now I'll get this and get some party dots going on. Hopefully this won't show too much. I'm gonna there we go. Now we can put our little bow here, here. Seems like it should be towards the bottom. Sorry, I wasn't very straight in camera there. Bouquet. That looks good. Okay. That's the way I say it too, bouquet, I think. Okay, let's get some party dots. Okay, we want to have a guess we'll just see. I'm just going to barely put them right there. See if that's going to be too big.
What one is that? Is that peach?
That's the pink. And then we could put the blue. Let's see if we can use a big one. A blue by the peach over here. And then trying to mix up the colors where they're not right beside that color flower. And these are movable. I'm barely putting them on there. Do we need two up here? No peach at all, or just not up there?
I'd like not up there. I liked it down by Celebrate.
How are we liking that? Y'all watching? Move the bow towards the corner of the tag. This corner, Lisa? That looks good. Further down toward the corner. What do you think? We ready to move on to the inside? Okie dokie. Let's see. Get a little glue dot here. And I've always found it easier to take the embellishment or the ribbon or the trim, in this case the twine, to the dot. And then you can kind of fold that up back there behind it. Tuck that in toward the corner. Tuck that, and all we need is the inside. Yay, fun. I like it. And I would go back with Wink of Stella probably too on that flower. We're not going to go into that detail because we're trying to do 20 cards, but it would be lovely. All right, we're going to do.
What do you want to do?
We can do Make-A-Wish on this one, you think? Or Hope Your Day is a Happy One? That doesn't really work with. Is there one on the? See, that font doesn't really.
No.
Work. Something else from that. Let's see what else. We've got a May All Your Wishes Come True from this same stamp set, the Unbounded Love that we got the Celebrate from.
Okay.
I think we'll try that. And I give you my block. Oh well, this will work right. Okay. I guess we'll stick with the blue. May all your wishes come true. Pretty. Now, is there another image or just the, or we could use the cupcake on this one since we've got pink slices, and we could do that in the pink.
In pink?
Yeah, since we've got a pink card, I think we could do it in pink. That'll work. Probably would be, if it wasn't photopolymer, we could use markers on that and get a two-tone color, but we are, it's kind of casual. I think I would take a piece out of the paper. If you've got, I know I've got my stack of paper somewhere that has a little, I think this would be much prettier.
I do too.
We're going to use that instead of the cupcake. I'm flipping it over. That's why paper has two sides. This, or you could fussy cut one of the little cakes out.
What do you want?
May all your wishes come true again. Sorry. The one I just used, but I had to flip the paper over.
You don't have it? There it is. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. May all your wishes come true once again. Yeah, that was just too informal. The artwork just didn't match well enough for me. And then we'll just put this cute little thing in that corner. I think that'll be just lovely. Easy way to finish that card. And it ties in the cute little blue leaf with the blue sentiment, and then the cakes on the side. Yay! And I should be on my silicone mat, but I'm not. And since this paper went all the way, the gingham paper goes all the way from top to bottom and doesn't have a border top to bottom, I went ahead and made the inside cardstock match and go from top to bottom. And that size is 3 by, I lost my piece of paper already, but 3 by, oh, here we go. Thank you, Jan. She reads my mind. So the white is 2 3/4 also. 2 3/4 by 5.5. Awesome. There we go. Here's our 2 cards for this leg of the journey. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Hope you've had fun. Hope you'll consider purchasing this wonderful Wildflower birthday suite if you're interested. Would love to help you with that if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. And let me switch over the camera back so I can say goodbye. I appreciate y'all tuning in today. Thanks again for Jan helping me get everything ready. Thanks, Lisa. Number 2 is your favorite. Okay. Yes, I agree. The die cut works much better than the cupcake. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Vicki. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate y'all watching. And thanks for everyone watching the replay too. Please share it with your crafty friends. Okay, we'll schedule another video in just a few. So come back to see us. Go get you something to drink and settle back in. Thanks. Fun times ahead. Bye-bye.